What happened when someone secretly changed my wedding vows to humiliate me in front of everyone? Weddings are supposed to be about love, but mine almost collapsed in front of everyone I cared about. The morning of my wedding started perfectly. My bridesmaids laughed as they did my makeup, my mom hugged me and whispered, "This is your day. Nothing can ruin it." For a moment, I believed her, but in the pit of my stomach, something felt off. My cousin Sarah had been hanging around all week, always a little too interested in the details. She lost my veil, moved my shoes, and borrowed my lipstick without returning it. Harmless mistakes, I told myself, but the smirk she gave me when I walked into the church made my stomach twist. Sarah and I had never been close. She was the family's golden child, and she hated that I was getting married before her. At dinners, she'd drop comments like, "Hope he doesn't change his mind," or "Some people just rush into things." Jealousy dripped from her words, but I never thought she'd act on it. The ceremony began beautifully. Daniel's eyes filled with love as I walked down the aisle. My heart pounded, not from nerves, but from joy. And then came the vows. The pastor handed me the paper. My hands trembled as I began to read. "I, Emily, promise to love you even if you lose your job again, and to forgive your constant laziness." Gasps filled the church. I froze. Those weren't my vows. Whispers rippled through the pews. Lazy? Jobless? Did she really write that? Daniel's face went pale, his eyes wide with hurt. Tears blurred my vision. "No, this isn't right," I stammered, but the humiliation was already spreading through the room like fire. Then the pastor raised his hand. His voice was calm but firm. "These vows were tampered with." The whispers stopped. He held up the paper. "I received 2 sets of vows this morning, one in Emily's handwriting, and this one slipped under my office door in a nearly identical envelope." I suspected something was wrong. From his folder, he pulled out the originals. His voice softened as he read my real words. "I, Emily, promise to love you through every high and low, to be your partner, your home, and your safe place." My chest heaved with relief. Daniel's shoulders loosened, his eyes shining again. He believed me, but the pastor wasn't finished. "For the record," he said sharply, "the handwriting on these fake vows doesn't match Emily's, but the envelope was accidentally signed." He scanned the pews, his gaze landing on Sarah. Her smirk vanished. "I'm sorry, Sarah," the pastor said, "but the signature was yours. You tried to sabotage your cousin's wedding." Gasps erupted. Guests turned, shocked. Sarah's face flushed crimson. I didn't," she sputtered, but the proof was undeniable. In a burst of shame, she grabbed her purse and stormed out of the church. For a moment, silence hung heavy. Then Daniel reached for my hand, squeezing it tight. "I believe you," he whispered. The ceremony continued. My real vows spoken through tears, not of humiliation, but of relief. When Daniel kissed me, the crowd erupted in applause, louder than before, as if love itself had won. At the reception, the whispers continued. Relatives shook their heads in disbelief. My aunt muttered, "I knew Sarah was jealous, but this? Cruel." Even those who once admired her looked away in disgust. During our first dance, Daniel leaned close. "She wanted to embarrass you," he murmured. "Instead, she embarrassed herself." He was right. Later, the photographer showed me a candid shot. Me holding Daniel's hand, tears on my face, the pastor standing firm as truth came out. It wasn't the picture-perfect wedding photo I imagined, but it was powerful. It told the story of betrayal and of resilience. Looking back, I realized weddings don't just reveal love between 2 people. They reveal the truth about everyone else too, who supports you and who secretly roots against you. Sarah thought she could steal my joy. Instead, she showed the world who she really was. And now, when I remember that day, I don't picture her smirk. I remember Daniel's words at the altar. "I believe you," because in the end, that was all I ever needed.